Hello and welcome to this month's Maggie Moment. Siblings. We have already done one session on siblings. This one's another one because we could talk for a week about siblings. I need to reassure you that it's biologically absolutely normal for siblings not to get on because they're all fighting for limited resources and they all want what they want. So yeah, it's kind of normal. It's how we manage the conflicts that is really important. I am the fifth of six, and I can tell you now that I had many moments with my siblings and I learnt a lot from my siblings. And I think you need to be mindful that your home is meant to be a classroom to learn how to manage conflict, difficult moments, inappropriate language, and love, joy, laughter, and all the fun stuff. So keep that in mind, that when you have a conflict with siblings, it may be a great teachable moment that your child can take forward into life. First thing, just off the back of my own past and yours too, don't roar down and just, become the judge and executioner because you saw 3 seconds of some sort of interaction, because quite often you've missed what happened before. So keep that in mind, that we can jump up really quickly, especially if we've had a sibling who was a bit hard on us, that we need to be as calm and grounded as we can. Secondly, how we respond to that, there are two main ways that people tend to manage a sibling rivalry, and that is through time out, so separate them or separate one or the one you think that was the perpetrator. And two is to punish them, which if you really unplug that, you're actually teaching them that from an unloving space, I'm going to push you over there and I'll deal with this over here, which means the child who got sent to time out now feels that maybe I was bad instead of not coping. The child who's with you thinks I've won. So it kind of doesn't give us the benefits. It can give you temporary compliance. So if you can do calm down while they're still in the vicinity, that's a great idea. One of my tips was that if I could hear the voice level go up in the boys' kind of TV lounge play area, I'd go up and open the door and tell them all they were all going outside for 5 minutes. I didn't care who was starting and who was what. It was a calm voice. 5 minutes. We said 5 minutes and we'll all calm down, and unlock the door and go and have a cup of tea and a Tim Tam. So what was also happening was I was staying nice and calm. Funnily enough, when I went to open the door 5 minutes later, so often they'd create a new game. So in other words, it's about our arousal states that get out of sync, not an intention to willfully hurt another child. And our children are still learning that. The other one, that is to punish children. When we punish children for fighting with their siblings, we're teaching them that this is how you deal with conflict. You punish people or hurt people. What it tends to do is build resentment. So again, the lighter you are around these moments, the better it is for them to get to understand that each of us has different needs and that we need to help them work out what the other sibling may be wanting or feels it's unfair, and also to let them all be heard. I know it sounds quite simple, but it's massively important when we're learning these things, and we reassure them that it will get easier, that people need to learn how to get on, and that in our home what we want is that really safe place that we can have words, where we can work things out, that in time that we are still a loving family who has moments when it gets a bit bumpy. So again, if you've had some really awful things happen to you in your childhood with your siblings, I'd possibly suggest you go and have a chat to someone about that, because I find that the most reactive parents have actually had some significantly difficult experiences with their own siblings, and that can be defused. So I hope that's given you some ideas. If that was helpful for you, and you might be able to share this, or possibly watch it again with the other one in your family who helps make decisions around conflict. And keep breathing. That's all for now.